Hey y'all, good morning. I'm Shelby and we are in Shelb's Crafty VIP. I hope you're having a great week and here's our first tutorial of this week. We are going to be making a candy land arrangement or candy cane arrangement. I made these last year and they're phenomenal. They're so cute. You're going to have people wanting these. This came from Hobby Lobby. The SKU number is 5394788. $24.99, but they're 50% off. You get it for $12.50, which is a steal for something of this size. In the previous video, you saw me apply the gaps and cracks. It's been sitting for a while, so it's ready to go. Now, we are going to take a piece of flocked garland. So these are the garlands you get for $9.98 at Walmart, and I just cut off a little piece. It's probably about 2 foot. And I'm going to take it around the edge of my gaps and cracks. Sorry guys, this cold front moving in has got my allergies all messed up. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate this out a little bit, and I'm going to go through and I'm going to take some U-pins or some floral pins that you can get at Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to floral pin it into the foam, hopefully, and then I'm going to glue it down. Well, that's not wanting to stay. It's wanting to pop back out. That's okay. It was a soft part of the foam too, so that didn't help. But I'm going to glue that and try to get it to stay while I go around here and apply a few more to go ahead and start getting them set in place. See, that one was a little more sturdy. It went to a little thicker part of the foam. This one is not going to stay. And I got glue all over it now. It's okay. Move it down here. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just need it to hold it in place a little bit. But we're going to be putting so much stuff in here that it's going to hold on its own. I mean, not on its own. It's going to be held in by this other stuff. Gosh, I can't get my words right today. What is wrong with me? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and like shape it a little bit more. That way it wants to hold on. And I'm going to take, I left a little overlap. So I'm going to take the, a couple of the ties and just twist them around each other. That way it kind of holds a little bit of that resistance also. So where it's touching the foam in places, I'm going to stick those U-pins. And glue them down. And this is just the start of giving it some stability. Now I can also take the little pine sprigs and just stick one down in there also and glue it down to make it hold. So there's no right or wrong way to do it. Just get it attached to that foam so that it doesn't go anywhere. There truly is no right or wrong way. Whatever works best for you. You might have a totally different method that works fantastic for you. And if you do, let me know. This is just the way that I do it. And so we want this thing to grow a little bit because it's going to be super adorable. Okay, we have that attached and we're going to let it dry for just a minute. We're going to give our U-pins a chance to dry up. And I'm going to show you what else we're going to use. So I love the flocking. I love the flocking against the red. And so I also have some flock eucalyptus I just got in from Regency. And oh shoot, these are pushers. And I got a whole box of them because I love these. I love pushers, and I use flocked everything in everything. So these are going to be another great filler to use as we go along. But I'm just cutting these to push them off to the side. But we're going to add these after we start adding some of our other elements. That way we can just use this to fill in the holes. We're also going to be using these Lollipops that were also in my shop. These were from Regency. Ella's Home and Garden usually carries these, but I have not seen them yet this year. So I don't know what the deal is on that. But you can search Etsy in a lot of places. These I got last year from Craft Outlet. The SKU number on these was 84124 RDWT. That was a SKU number last year, and I bought a lot of these, so I had some left over. Do all the candy cane things. Obviously, we're going to be using my favorite pick from Hobby Lobby. This one, and also this one. But these two are tangled up. Come on. Get out of there. The only thing about these, but I love these picks. I love them. So these are from Hobby Lobby, and these are from Hobby Lobby. This one is 5349709, and this one is 6515027. So we're just gonna kind of start out with some of this stuff, but first we're gonna make a bow. I wanna go ahead and get my bow placed. That way I can work around it. I am gonna put my bow kind of off to the side. So I'm gonna do it kind of toward the front, but kind of to the side. I don't want it to be the main focal point or center of attention, and that's why. So, obviously, y'all know how much I love this ribbon. I told y'all to get some when they had it on Craft Outlet. I don't know if they still do. The number on this one is 251615. And this one, I don't remember where I got it, but probably Craft Outlet, and it's super pretty too. I love how bold it is. The SKU on this one is RG0189224. So we're just making a simple bow, just adding a little character in here. We're just gonna do 2 loops. I should make one, see how big I want it. Make 2 loops of this one, and then we'll come back on top with 2 loops of the other. And if I would have kept my scissors over here, that would have been more beneficial. So, gonna snip that off. We're gonna come on top with this beautiful Santa red. That's what I think it looks like a Santa belt or something. I love the bold reds. Ooh, I got a little bit left. This was last year also. And it's taped good. There we go. Good thing we only need 1 bow. So we just made a simple 4-loop bow. Get my pipe cleaner, wrap it around. Fluff it out a little bit, and we'll get it attached. See where we want it. So here's our front. Here's our front, and I'm just going to come down here and place it diagonally. And I don't want it right up against it, so I'm just going to take it and I'm going to tie it around this pine tie right here. I'm just going to take my pipe cleaner, tie it around tight. snip it off. Snip off the extra. And I'm gonna fold that pine down and wrap it tighter around this other piece. That way it's not too floppy in there. So obviously it's not gonna look much of anything yet, but just trust. We're gonna get there. But you gotta start with a big, beautiful bow. And we're just dovetail these off kind of short. No reason for them to hang. Fold wire to wire and cut up, just like that. And look how that already sticks out. Beautiful. Now this one's so simple. Like, this project is so simple, so versatile. You can use this with literally anything. You know, they have those stands at Hobby Lobby that say Merry Christmas with a platform at the bottom. You could do that with that too. Like, you can do this with so many different things. So I'm gonna add my other big component, which is this candy cane poinsettia. I believe this came from Craft Outlet 2. The number on it is 84037RD. So I'm just gonna clip the tag off, and I'm gonna kind of snip this stem, but not too short. And I'm gonna come opposite my bow and stick it back here in the back, just to bring some fullness around. So I'm just gonna run some glue down the stem, and I'm just gonna stick that right into that gaps and cracks. And I'm not sticking it super flush because I don't want it to be flat. Just like that. So look how this is already filling up so fast. Now, let's add some of our other fun stuff. Basically, we want to just spread these different picks out. So I'm just going to start by running some glue. Now, with these, you could also just stick them in and then place some glue. That way you can use your fingers to maneuver them around and not get stuck in the hot glue. So I have 3 of these, so I'm obviously going to space them out in kind of a triangle pattern. And you just have to, once you stick them in, just put a dab of glue. You don't need a whole lot. It's going to hold. It's going to hold just fine. So we have those 3 placed. Now I'm going to use these 2 and place these. Most everything on here is red and white, with the exception of the green flocking. So that's why I'm bringing these in, to give it a pop of the green. I love that candy sound. I'm so strange, but it makes me so happy. Now, I will tell you guys this. Typically, I buy the regular gaps and cracks from the hardware store, the good stuff. Walmart has come out with their own gaps and cracks, you know, great value brand. So it was super cheap. So obviously I bought several cans of it. And this is the second time I've used it. And I will say that I can tell that once it's set, it is a little bit softer than the good stuff. So it's a little bit less sturdy. Keep that in mind with your projects. When you're putting things in your foam, you really want stiff foam. That way your stuff sticks in there and you know it's gonna stay. So 10 out of 10, I give it about a 4. Wouldn't recommend it. Spend the extra couple bucks and get the big can. Okay, now I have also these lollipops from Regency that just came in that I bought, which I didn't buy very many of them, and apparently I should have. And so since I have that pop-up green in there with those, I'm going to add this, if I can get it untwisted. If I can get that eye out of the top. There we go. Little eye for the ornament holder. Come out. There we go. Twisting it the wrong way. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Now I'm gonna take this bow off because I don't like their bows. And this is hard plastic, so I'm not cutting it. I am gonna come in here and just stick it out like this, coming from my candy cane, like that. And then I'm gonna take one of these and layer it, like so. And give it a, you know, staggered look. Which, I was gonna bring my big lollipop in here and I totally forgot. Okay, hang on just a second, guys, I'll be right back. Forgot to bring it in. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my other big lollipop, which came from Regency. You can get these similar items, guys, at Ellis Home and Garden, Hobby Lobby, Etsy. They're just felt lollipops, but you can get all different kinds. So I am gonna snip this one off because I want it to layer and peek back here. And I don't want it quite that tall. So I'm gonna stick this directly behind and layer it right there, just like that. So, so cute. So, so cute. I love it. There's just some arrangements that you love doing, and this is definitely one of them. Now, let's add some more. Let's take another lolly. Do I want to come in with another green one? Or one of these? Because I was thinking about putting one of these up here also. Oh, usually you can slide them right off of there. Come off, come off. Okay, I'm going to have to cut it. Usually you have to glue the sticks back on because it's not on. We're going to bring this lolly up here. So cute. Some glue. Then we're going to have to hold it on for a second. And honestly, there was a little imperfection on the candy cane right there, so that's perfect. How that will just cover that and carry it up with the eye. I think it's dry, or dry enough. And we can also carry another one up here. We can kind of do this one behind if we wanted to, which I think is pretty cute. Like I was talking about doing with the snowflakes. And since I don't have the snowflakes, I will do it with a lollipop. And I'm just carrying it around to that back corner. Just giving it some dimension. Just gonna hold it and let it dry for a few minutes. Okay, I think it's good. Awesome. Okay, now let's come in here and we're gonna go ahead and start placing some of this, filling in some holes, and then seeing what we have left open for our other pieces. So I'm just gonna kind of start sticking this in. Now on these, I will kind of just put a little sprig of glue and then start running it in here. Very lightweight pieces. They go in easily. Now I'm going around the back where that gaps and cracks is showing, and just filling in those holes. That is filling in beautifully. Okay, just got a little filler in there just so I can see a little bit better what I have going on. That way I know what else I want to add. So you don't want to put your filler in first, and you don't want to put it in last, because if you put it in last, you end up adding too much product when you could have just used filler. So I'm thinking about bringing the dimension of the other style candy cane, like this one, and placing it down too. All right, well that one just broke right off. That works too. Now I don't want this one as high. Wonder if I can, I bet I can cut it. See if I can do it without poking my eye out. Woo! Well, it just broke right off, so that's easy enough. There we go. And so now we have like our little lollipop forest going on here. So let's add some of our other fun pieces. These, obviously, I think I love them because of how shiny they are. So they really just pop. It's like that candy apple red. That's just so appealing. Stick one there in the front as a little filler, because these are kind of just fillers. They're accents, but they're just kind of fillers. Then we'll run around here to the back and place one back here. I don't want it to get hidden in there. I want it to be seen. Let's do it that way. Because what's the point of spending money on pieces if you don't get to see them? And some of these pine, you can stick up just like that, add it. I think that looks super cute. Looks like it's coming from it. Just more texture, more dimension. Now that I'm making this, I have that song Dolly Parton sings, Hard Candy Christmas. That's what I have running through my head right now. Okay, so I have some of these swirlies that are from Hobby Lobby this year. And they are number CP1317. And this one is CP1319. Now, these are sequin little pieces, and these stickers are so stinking hard to get off, because if you start trying to rip them off, all the sequins start moving. Just as a disaster. So we'll just use a few of these as some fillers in here. I could have left that one a little tall. I'm going to go ahead and stick another little piece of this down in there first to cover that ground. Glue. Can add a white. We need a little something coming out of this side over here. Dang, that's really down in there. little something extra to coming from the center. You want everything to look like it's flowing out of your piece. Just flowing out with lusciousness. Alright. Where am I going to put this lollipop? Right there looks like a fantastic spot. Just treats coming from right inside your little flocked forest you have going on there. I love that. Have one more candy piece here. And we can put this one coming from our bow. Oh, those little sticky pieces. Just like that. Cute. I have these little grassy pieces too I was going to put in for some texture, but I'm having a hard time separating them. So I think I might not do that. What else did I bring to the table? Oh, just more of that stuff, the same stuff. But I mean, I think that about does it. Doesn't get much better than that. Let's see, I have a couple of little filler pieces left over. I'm sure we can find somewhere to stick them. Like right behind that bow. Just any empty spaces you see. That way you can try to make the gaps and cracks as non-visible as possible. And it just kind of sets up your little garden bed is kind of how I see it. Little flocked pieces coming up there. And there we go. Look how precious. It is a 360 design, so no matter where this is sitting, it's going to look gorgeous. So, and we did it in 28 minutes. 28 minutes. So it's super easy. Something, a great filler to stock your shop or to gift. It's really not that expensive to make, especially because almost everything came from Hobby Lobby, or you can use everything that comes from Hobby Lobby. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I will see you guys at the end of the week for our next one, which is always gonna be great. See you guys later. Bye.